Hey there, it's Michele Replogle, Coldwell Banker, and I thought I would do a little video on selling a home yourself versus hiring a realtor. Now, of course, I'm a realtor and I think you should use me, but here are some things that I have witnessed and didn't even, I just stood on the sidelines, and here's some things that I noticed about for sale by owners. Um, 2 years ago, I went to one and I interviewed with him, and I laid out all the marketing that I do, all my fantabulous marketing, and I showed him everything, and he said, "Well, that looks great. That's wonderful, but I'm going to sell it myself." And I went, "Okay, hey, I gave it a shot." And I kept in touch with him, and he got an offer, and he thought that was great. Now, he was listed on a condo here on the west side at 565, and it was a two-bedroom, one and a half bath. It needed everything. It had the green shag carpet, the original kitchen, the whole deal. Well, right around the corner was another one coming on the market in much of the same condition, but they had done a few updates. The seller had agreed to do them, and they hired a local Coldwell Banker agent. And while he sold his for, I want to say like 572, the one around the corner sold for 665. And then another one got listed right behind it. I mean, like literally a week later at 675. And then I think the whole condo frenzy got up to almost 700,000, and he missed out on all of that. We would have really been in there. And also he was nice enough, but he wasn't a great negotiator, and he felt that he knew a lot, which is fine, but real estate is a little complicated. And he actually put off a few people. I'd actually come across some of the buyers, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't want to deal with the seller. I just want to deal with an agent." And my agent said that he wasn't easy enough to work with, and we just moved on. I mean, they literally paid more to have more professional representation on the other side. Then just recently, I saw a listing for $1.7 million in Live Oak, and I thought, oh, that's kind of an interesting listing. The pictures are okay. But it said there was hiking trails nearby. And I was like, huh? And the seller had hired an out-of-area cheap kind of just listed kind of listing person, and they didn't know anything about it, and they talked about the area. And they fell out of escrow. They're not in escrow right now, and that street typically sells extremely quick with a good local agent. Only 8% of the sales have been for sale by owner, and some of the reasons that for sale by owners have gone ahead and listed their property was paperwork, the disclosures, getting the marketing right. Marketing is complicated. I do myself do two types of marketing. So I do the Coldwell Banker. We have a full program that we roll out with Coldwell Banker, which I pay for, but it's a good service. And then my own service that I do over the top of it. So it's like a double whammy, because online you have to be so tight, and just beautiful pictures won't do it. It's knowing where all the areas are that the sellers are. And then the other part of it is what you don't get as a for sale by owner seller is that I have all the connections and I network to the other agents. So I sell the property to the buyer. I marketed to the buyer, but the other half of it is marketing to the other agents and making sure they know about it, which is 10 times harder right now just because you can't have a broker tour. I have to literally go on Zoom meetings and talk to them about it, and go to my office meeting and call them. A lot of the agents that work on the west side know that I get west side listings, and so every once in a while they'll call me and ask me what I have coming up. So there's a lot of reasons to hire an agent. I realize there's that commission thing, but I think when you look at everything that gets done and taken care of, besides contractors, stagers, hiring the reports, doing all the investigations on the property, the other thing, when you sell it yourself, you attract somebody who wants a deal, and that person may offer you what you want, but then kind of chew your price down or try the whole way. You want a good qualified buyer that's excited about what they're getting, and possibly a bidding more, which is easy to do with a with a listed property versus one that you've put a sign in and try to post it maybe on Craigslist. Um, Zillow is actually not going to be so accommodating with sellers anymore. They're actually going to just be doing IDX feeds, which is basically the MLS feeds that they pick up and purchase. So they're actually going to be out of that game of helping the sellers as well on Zillow. So that's going away. Anyway, there are a lot of reasons you want to go with an agent. Of course, I would always recommend myself, but if you want to talk more about it, Michele Replogle, Coldwell Banker. Bye.